Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nabila Safanah, and I'm from class 4D. Today, for the final task of statistics subject, I'm going to explain to you guys step by step of doing the statistics test. What is the test? We have plenty. So for this video, we're gonna talk about validity tests. We're gonna test about reliability tests. We're gonna test about normality, homogeneity, and of course the hypothesis test. For the hypothesis test, of course, it depends on the data that we're gonna get. So it's either t-test or man-weighting test. So for the first video, we're gonna focus on the validity test first. Now, step by step, what you're gonna do first is you need to open your SPSS app. Okay, so when the application is already open, you need to check for your data. Here I have already the data. Then we need to open it for the data. Okay, now this is really important. All you need to copy is only the item data. So the participant data, you don't need to copy it. So you need to copy like from here until here. Copy that. And then we're going to copy the data to the SPSS. Make sure that you copy it onto data view. So not variable view, data view. Okay, copy that. And then everything's already here. And then we're going to go to the variable view. Here we already have the variable view. The data is already on the variable view. For the name, it's optional here. For the name, it's optional if you want to change it or not. And then we're going to like change the decimal into 0. So that's 0. And then for face, we're gonna copy that and then just like paste like that. And then for measure, also it's the same thing. Gonna like copy and then just like do that. All right. And then after that, this is really important, okay? I already told you guys about the name. It's optional if you want to change it. But for the last data, it's a must for you to change it to total. So change the name into total. I prefer my alphabet to have like caps lock on it, but it's up to you. And then after everything's settled, we need to go to analyze here. And then, I'm sorry, and then go to correlate, and then go to bivariate, okay? Here you have all of your data that you already do it. You can see that. And then choose all of that and move it into variables by clicking this. There, it's already done. All right, and then we're gonna click OK. And this is the data. The data is already set and everything. You can see there. Here is the data. Again, this is the data that you get. So to know if the data is valid or not, we can check to the SIG column here, okay? So if it's greater than 0.05, it's invalid. But if it's lower than 0.05, it's valid. So you can check the data here. You can check the data if it's valid or not by seeing those numbers. But of course, you're gonna do like this and this and this. It's gonna be a little bit confusing. So for me personally, I will copy the data. You can see that. And then I'm gonna open Excel application. Gonna open like a new worksheet there, okay? And then we're gonna copy the data. Okay, let's see. All right, that one. Okay. So we can see like more clearly and more easy like this. So for me, I usually like mark with a color. As you can see here, So the total is 0.000, which is like lower than 0.05. And that means the data is valid. So I'm gonna like put a mark here, like giving the color of green like that. And then I'm gonna change it again here. This is lower than 0.05. And we're gonna do it again here. This is green. This is also green. And also, other things that you can check if it's like valid or not, you can see on the person correlation, if the total number has like stars on it, whether it's like 1 or 2, it's valid. So if you forgot if it's like greater or lower than 0.05, just check on the person correlation. If it's like half a star, have two or have 2 stars on it, that means the data is valid. And then we have our first invalid data here. As you can see, this is like greater than 0.05, and there's no stars on the person correlation of the item number 5. So this is invalid. For the invalid items, I usually just like mark it red, as you can see, and then we're gonna like mark it again. This is also invalid, as you can see there. Is greater than 0.05, and there's not also like stars on the person correlation. This is valid. This is optional. So this is like this is how I do it. So if you have like any other rules that you want to do, it's up to you. But this is for me to see the data more like easy. And this is invalid. This is invalid as well. Valid. Invalid. Oh, sorry. Okay, invalid. This is valid. This is invalid. This is invalid as well. And this is valid. All right, so in conclusion, for this data, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of valid data. And we have invalid data is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 invalid data. So we have 8 valid data and also 7 valid data. So that's all for our validity tasks. And we're going to continue on the reliability test in the next video. Thank you.